Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another makeup related video. Today, we're here for yet another update for the Out the Door in 24 Project Pan. I'm honestly shocked we are here right now. This last month went by so fast. I feel like I just recorded this. No joke, okay? But it's been a month and it is time to update. If you are brand new to this project or even just project pans in general, the point is basically to help you use up the products you already have so we aren't always buying new stuff and forgetting about the stuff that we once really wanted enough to purchase it. This particular one had us at the very start of the year pick 24 makeup or beauty products that we were going to work through in 2024, and they either need to be finished or they will be tossed or donated out at the end of 2024. But then the second part of this is also every month we are decluttering from our homes 24 items that do not have to be makeup related but can be makeup related. So all of the information as well as my intro to this project and the creator of this project's information will be linked down below. Be sure to go ahead and check all of that out if you are wanting more information or to just see where this journey started for me for this year. So this month I am rolling out 3 different products and I'm going to tell you what they are and a quick review of them. Now, these are being rolled out because they are empty, so you will actually get a full review of all of these items in my empties video, which will be coming soon. So the first thing we're rolling out is the Studio Makeup Tinted Moisturizer. This thing had so much more product than I thought was in here. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see reflection or not through any of this. Sometimes in the lighting you can, sometimes you can't. There's like the tiniest bit amount on the sides here, and then like very little here. It's sputtering. It's like there's no way I can get even a full, not even a half a face worth out of here left. Even if I was to cut this open, I don't think I could get even one full face worth. So this I am counting as a rollout. Ultimately, I would absolutely buy this again, but I do not believe they are making it anymore. But I do want to try their other formula that they are out with, which has the same type of packaging, but a metal cap, I think, and like a metal, one of these pumps. Yeah, so I liked it. Wish there was more shades to it, and I hope that the formula of the other one is as good because I really liked this and I'm gonna miss it. The next product rolling out finally is the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. This thing had so much more in it than I thought. When I rolled this in, I was expecting 5 uses, maybe 10, but guys, this is just drier than dry. I like was scraping the sides and everything to try to get it all out. So this, I think for e.l.f. prices and for drugstore quality, it is really good. However, I do think that the quality I have seen in other eyeshadow primers that aren't from the drugstore, so a little bit more expensive, are so much better that I personally would not rebuy this again. Now, if you are just trying out an eyeshadow primer and you want to just try something really inexpensive but still a decent quality, I would recommend this one. This one was in shade Sheer, but when I looked online, I don't remember seeing a bunch of any other shades, and I do think that they changed their formula a little bit. Now, I'm just taking the very little bit that's left on here to put on my hand to kind of show you that this one, hopefully you can see, it has a little bit of like a pink undertone to it. At least that's the way it pulls on my skin. Hopefully you are able to see that well. It does dry down really nicely and doesn't crease. So I didn't have any of those type of issues. I just feel like I got better coverage from other formulas. But I liked it enough to keep using it. And if there was like a teenager or somebody who has never used something like this and just wanted to give it a shot and just wanted to spend a little bit of money, I would go for this one. And then if you like using this type of product, then branch out to see a better formula. Okay, the last product we are rolling out for this month is another product, my KAB Beauty Lip Oil in Lemon. Guys, I loved this. I have talked about this with you like crazy. I am again shocked at how much product there was in this. And you can see there is the tiniest little bit at the end there, because I've been scraping at this, and like I'm not getting anything to cover my lips. Like the little bit that I'm getting, I can do like a bottom lip and then mush my lips together to have it spread, but there's not enough in here to keep going. I've even like tipped it upside down, laid it on its side. I was scraping at this, so I am sad that I can't get to that little bit there. And I did even try taking the this little, I don't know what that inner part is called, off, because you can see there's a little bit of a lip, because then I could get down further. But guys, it's like stuck. Like, it's insane. I can't get it out. So I'm just gonna have to call this done, call it a day. I am sad. I am so sad. This is why I needed to do this project, because the products I love, I stopped using because I didn't want to be done with them. And so they're gonna go bad eventually. So I had to force myself to use some of these things. And this was one of them. And I love this product. And it's still listed on their website, but for at least a year now, it has said notify me when back in stock as the option. I don't actually think that they are redoing this one. I really hope they do. And if they do, you best believe I will stock up. The lemon one is amazing. I have tried the lime one because this did come in a 2-pack. It was a lemon and lime. I have the lime one somewhere. I don't like it. I just use it every once in a while. And in fact, I lost it. It's in one of my purses, I bet. But I don't love it. I love the lemon one. And then I also tried one from their other singles lines, and they were okay, but their formula was just slightly different. And then they also, I think, have a plumping one, which I would never try. So if they come out with this lemon one again, 100% recommend. The other formulas they have, they're okay, but they're not on the same level. So guys, that brings the total products that I have rolled out of this project to 9, which means we've got some progress to make because we're almost halfway through with this. And I need to get to that 24 number. I am still working my way through, really heavily through the Tarte setting powder, a couple of the lip products that were rolled in, and the setting sprays. So hopefully next month I will have a new update with more than 3 rolled out. My goal is hopefully 4, but we'll see. It'll just depend on how much makeup I wear this month. So now we are into the decluttering part of this series. So this can be any 24 items from my home. So some of them will be makeup, some of them will be home stuff, and I'm just going to show you. Now, I do actually have a few more than 24 because I'm just grouping a couple of these things together, such as children's books, because even though they're from the home, like they're very technically my children's, but they're in like the main home space, not just my kids' rooms, and that's why I'm counting them. But I'm gonna count series together and stuff like that. Okay, so let's take a look at the 24-ish items that I am parting with this month. So first I have 3 items of clothing. I have this denim jacket that I really like, but I never wear. It was actually given to me, like one of my friends was getting rid of it and she gave it to me about a year or so ago, and I've just never worn it because while the length is good on me and it looks okay, it's a little too thick and blocky, but then the arms for some reason are just way too long, and that's something I struggle with. And I even have tried like rolling it and it just doesn't look good. So as much as I really wanted this to work, I haven't worn it and I've had it for almost a year, if not a year now. So time to part with it. Do you have clothing in your home that you just want to work, but it just doesn't work? Go ahead and grab those. Let's see if we can get rid of some of those together. This one is another one that was given to me, and I am going to be parting this from my closet, but I am going to see if my oldest would like it. They probably won't because it's not really their style, but I'll see. I really liked the back of this, and honestly, the length is good, and this probably will be a little bit too baggy on my child because it is an adult size. It is an adult size small, and I am not an adult size small, but they are not either. So this will probably be a little too baggy for them, but we'll see. It's really cute. I'm never gonna fit in a small, at least not for this style, but it's really cute. And no, I didn't buy it. It was another one that was given to me. Okay, this next one, I have had this shirt for so long. It is still a favorite of mine. It's a little bit snug on me. It is something that I've had since I think I was 18. And it is not a style that is anywhere near acceptable anymore. Well, not acceptable. It's not in style. It hasn't been in style for a while. And I'm sure we're almost at the stage where this will be back in style for like a hot minute. But I'm never going to wear this again. As much as I love the fit of it, it's just not, it's not for me. It's not for me. So it's time to finally part with this product. Next we have some kids books, just Diary of an 8-Bit Warrior 4 set of books that we're just done with and we need to move on from. And then we have these really cool books, and these ones I'm actually struggling to part with. These are the Wile E. Coyote books that are science books. So this first one is Experiments in Energy, and then we have Experiments with States of Matter, and then we have Experiments with Forces and Motion, and lastly we have Experiments with Simple Machines. These are such fun books that go through their different topic in a very fun, cartoony way. It's very basic level, and that's why I'm parting with it, because we're way past these basic levels, but these were so fun, and I just want them to go to a very good home, somebody who's gonna appreciate the silliness of it and the beauty of learning through this type of fun. So those are also being parted with. Then we have some homeschool books for homeschool parents that I've not ever read fully, and I don't know, so I can't say if they were good or not. I just know that they don't pertain to my life and my style of homeschooling anymore, and the core beliefs of them are not something I hold to anymore. So parting with both of these. Then we went through and found some readers that we no longer need. We do still have the rest of this collection, but this particular one is a second one. So we're gonna part with that, see if somebody wants that. But we are keeping this one because even though it is very simple book, my kids like this style still. And then these readers. Then we also found a couple chapter books that we have already read a couple times, and again, they're for lower levels than where they are right now, and they're not a topic that they feel that they need to reread these again. More homeschool related, we have different textbooks that have never been used, that we aren't going to use, that we are going to be selling or gifting to others that would use them. This one in particular will be gifted to somebody just because it is a good math program. It's just has unnecessary things in it that we don't need in our lives. Not math related for a math program. And then these, we actually had already gone through this level and I didn't realize that I had bought the wrong level. So we're gonna sell these. I thought would be good for us, but ended up just not being for us. We have one that goes through some of the ancient world stuff. We have some that are like historical historical warfare. We have some on the battles, a second one on battles. So these are cool stories, but like we don't have a way to listen to them because we don't have a CD player or any way to listen to CDs, and we haven't for years. And B, they come from a perspective that we have moved past. Then we are starting to dwindle down our collection of illustrated classics. We are still keeping a decent pile of them, but we just went through them and picked out the ones that we've either read before and we won't read again, or ones we really, none of us have an interest in reading an illustrated version of. So we have The Wizard of Oz, Christmas Bedtime Stories, and White Fang. And this is an example of something I want to just say. So if you have a collection and you've been keeping it together because it's a collection and you know you want to part with it all as a collection, that's where I've been this whole time, and I'm starting to get over that. And that's how I was able to pull these three out. Now, if this was like a series, like you have to read them in order, that would be different. But because this is very much standalone books within a collection, I'm okay to part with these. We have a bunch of these pencil containers, and we're slowly gonna get through them and decide which ones we actually want and don't want anymore. And this is one that we just don't have a need for anymore, and I know somebody else in our community will get use from this. And then this book is a brand new book. I didn't realize that we already had this one on our bookshelves. I really should have an inventory or something. And unfortunately, by the time I did realize that, it had already passed the return window. So I'm gonna try to sell this one. If not, I will gift it to somebody because I don't need 2 copies on our shelves. Moving away from books and now into beauty products that I have that I'm parting with, we're starting with some pretty disgusting things, okay? These are used old sponges that for some reason were not with all of my other to clean piles. So they were with a different pile of to clean stuff. And in my personal opinion, sponges hold on to bacteria, and the bacteria gets so deep inside that I don't think if it sits for too long, there's really a safe way to clean these to where I would feel comfortable using it on my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss these 2 sponges. Now I do rewash and reuse my sponges quite often, but like I said, if I leave it sitting for a long time, I just don't trust that I can get the bacteria gone. Now, speaking of bacteria and expired stuff, I'm also going to be parting with these Burt's Bees lipsticks that I had. So these are in the shades Scarlet Soaked and Orchard Ocean. And these were their satin lipsticks. And guys, I loved these. I think they stopped making these years ago. First, the containers themselves are so pretty. Beautiful containers. Those hexagons all the way around, made to look like a beehive. The containers are plastic, but they're really good quality, and the colors were amazing colors, and the formula was so nice. The bad things about these is that they went bad kind of fast, probably because they had better ingredients in them. And so they've turned. These were taken out of my collections a while ago, but I had kept them because I wanted to see if they were ever going to bring them back, and they just haven't. I think when they got bought, I don't remember what company bought them, but they were bought out a couple years ago, I believe, and that's when these went away. And I don't think they're gonna come back. But guys, these were amazing. This beautiful purple, you could probably see on there, like the dots and everything, like it's bad. There is bacteria growing on that. I haven't used them in years. These got rolled out, taken out of my collection. And like I said, I was holding on to them because they're beautiful containers. And I wanted to see if they would get them back. And there's no point in that. I know that I will remember what these look like, and if I don't, then it wasn't that important, right? But beautiful, beautiful shades, and oh my goodness, I miss this formula. I truly, truly do, but these are going to leave my collection. Some stupid things we all tend to have laying around, maybe not you, but definitely me. Perfume, papers. I honestly only get these now in Ulta magazines, but I remember a time, especially growing up, when these came through in all sorts of magazines, and this was how you got your perfume samples. And over the years, I've just randomly found some. These two, thankfully, are just from the most recent catalog from Ulta, so they're not that old, but this is an example of something I don't need to keep around. If I really like the scent and I want to try it out, just take a picture of it. That's it. Or make a note in your phone or something. They smell so good. So these are leaving as well. And speaking of samples, sample packaging. Okay, this packaging I hate to throw away because it is a good plastic solid sample size. You can see that this one's completely empty, but guys, I'm not going to use this. This particular one I've only had for like a week and I used up the sample, but I'm not going to use this, and I know that from history. And if I do need something like this, I will not find it, and then I will go buy something similar, and then I will find it. So I'm just not going to hold on to this. Something else I'm not going to hold on to is things that are clearly starting to go bad. So this is Earth Harbor's Nymph Nectar Superfruit Radiance Balm. Now, I don't know if this was intended for like your face. I want to say it was intended as a lip mask. I honestly don't know. It was okay, and it still smells safe, but I can definitely tell that it is turning and it's starting to smell like soap now, which is also safe and fine. But I don't like this formula, and it's just from the very beginning of opening has always been too dry for what I think it's supposed to be for. So I did try to use it a bit, but it's just at the time that it's been around enough. You can clearly see it's dried out, so time to go away. All right, the last 4 items are all lip products. So these lip products were brought into a project in 2023 to try to get some progress through. That project ended up stopping about halfway through just because it was honestly pretty boring to film. And I did continue to use some of like this a little bit, but not too much. So there's still clearly product in here, but these were rolled in because these were ones that I knew were starting to go bad, were not going to be safe to use for very much longer. This particular one I actually like a lot more than I thought I was gonna like, but it is very, like the container is very puffed out, and for me that just says, okay, it's time to go. It's probably expanding with bacteria. The e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss is, I believe, their older formula. This is a pretty shade. It just didn't do much, and I just didn't like the feel of it. And it was a pretty shade, but I'm not going to use it. And then the last 2 are also from e.l.f. They were their moisturizing lipsticks. I don't even know if they make them like this anymore. And you can clearly see that these were from 2 different production stages, because one is just this versus, where'd it go? Oh, it was there. Versus this. So clearly from 2 different time points, and but they were the same formula. These were beautiful, beautiful shades. Again, apparently I have a thing for the purples and then the reds, because the last ones I showed you were also purple and reds. Beautiful shades, beautiful. Okay, but these are smelling. They have a scent now that is not a good scent, and you can kind of tell by like the color discoloration that they're starting to dry out. So while they could probably still be safe for like a little bit, because it's not like a horrible scent yet, I'm not taking any chances. So I've had these for a long time, and I'm sad to let them go because they are beautiful colors, but I haven't used them and they are turning. So it is time to leave the collection. So guys, those are the 24-ish products that are leaving my collection this month. that is a lot. This month was a little easier than I thought, probably because I had a lot of books that I was going through. I went through a couple bookshelves. I'm hoping to go through more in the next month or two. So you might see more books in this in the future, but this month was easier than last month's. So I am happy for that. If you enjoy this project, be sure to check out my previous videos from it if you haven't already, as well as check out the creator and her videos from this project. I know she would really appreciate some love for it over there as well. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, and thank you so much once again for watching this video all the way through to the end. Those of you who are doing that, I love you. And I appreciate you so, so much. You have no idea the difference that makes on these videos. All right, that's enough. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye-bye.